All right, so in case you're wondering who's on the phone today, it's going to be Kaiju Kev.
We got you.
You can see him right here.
Oh, hey, you want to see something cool that I found in the mall?
This is what I'm here for today.
Once you fix this,
I'm absolutely excited about this.
Okay, thank you.
Hands down, my favorite archetypes in the entire game.
They're
I have
over
always
40
loved
bucks.
Shaddolls, and so
And they have, I think they're gonna
I'm
be
just
there
happy to
tomorrow
finally
if you
get this
wanna
on my
go check it out,
hands.
but they have a bunch of cool stuff. They had a wolf ring there.
Before
I wanted it so bad.
Before I get too far into this, though, I do want to give it a little shout out to our locals here.
I could do it.
Kingdom of Cards, right here in Fort Smith, Arkansas.
You know what I mean?
So,
it's like I already had
if you're going to be in Fort Smith, go ahead and come by here.
Oh, hi.
Come by and visit these guys.
Are you building it too?
They're pretty cool.
Did you buy
Hey,
it?
So,
do you have any of the Ignister stuff?
Gordo.
let us see how amazing this structure deck is.
Well, how amazing do you think
It
it's
is.
gonna be?
Oh, I know it's amazing. This is a fantastic structure deck. Absolutely phenomenal reprint value. If like
3 Allure,
Hi.
3 Instants.
this is worth it for you.
3 Supers.
This is worth it for you if you are either getting back into the game or if you just want to like fill out some of your trade binder.
Face and arms and
Phenomenal stuff in here. I know there are some people that actually kind of care about this.
Yes.
You should have already seen it
Whenever
by
I
now.
first got there at 11, I could still see
But-
the
There is that playmat.
and there's no insulation.
I'm ready for that the new rubber playmat for these
Thank
guys,
you.
because you know we're gonna get it.
Or trick clowns, whatever they're called.
I need to get more Shaddoll
have-
playmats. I don't have enough.
I said that.
So,
Hey, Gordo,
alright.
do you have any trick clowns I can buy
The
for
thing
you?
about this
I
structure
think
deck
Tin
though
Bottle.
is definitely the
Yeah,
fact that
They're
you're
actually
going to
buy
have
all of these.
basically
Honestly, if it's right, I might
4
just have
cards
this
that you're really going to be playing out of it. The rest of it, if you already have Shaddoll, it's not really a big deal, but it's still nice to have some of these reprints. In particular, Annihilatus, that thing had jumped way too high. And the fact that it is right back here as a common
No, Toon bought like
is kind of
all
dumb.
The
That's
clowns we
weird.
had.
That's
Hopefully it's only 3. I hope you didn't like overbuy it.
What? Happens upside down.
He bought like yeah.
So,
But if I find some,
Oh,
I'll
did you
set
say
them
you
aside.
had a
Grista's nice.
See the
That,
yes.
Yeah. How much is
that I've been wanting to
I
see.
don't know. I have to check.
That is, oh, I love that art. I've been wanting to get this. I want to get a playmat that actually has this artwork on there. Because that is just so
You're
cool.
concerning me. Do you need something?
I mean, I have my ultis, but like you have to have the new alt art
No.
is really cool.
It's
nice to have. These guys, well, you kind of suck, but I have to have you for the collector's purposes. But these new guys are very, very cool, and I'll show in another video the combos that you can do with this. I know everyone's talked about all the combos like 15,000 times, but you know, there's always that one person that wants to see them, so I might as well go ahead and make another video on that. And here's that new alt art window. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It is so cool. It is just so cool getting all this. It has been a long time coming with all this. Oh, I know.
Are you filming right now?
Yeah, I'm filming right now. I'm going all through all this. I don't care. I'll add you in here.
Yeah, so don't talk about this
So you got-
all being the blow up Shaddoll.
Oh, there goes the sponsorships on YouTube there.
Hey, you know what though? I'm under the 1,000. I don't have monetization, so
Because you don't have enough subs.
yeah, I'm not worried about it.
I wouldn't be worried about it either because
But-
they'll make up an excuse just to demonetize you.
This is actually really nice to get all of
He
this.
actually posted a video of my opening.
Really?
Pero, this actually needed a reprint pretty bad.
Yeah, because it was gold.
It only had that
disgusting.
gold rare, and that was.
I have them. I
Gold
know
is
how bad it
gross.
is.
This is cool and all, but like, I'm not really a big fan of it. I get why they did Sleeper. I kind of predicted that. That is weird to see commons of these guys.
Big guy.
I don't know how to feel about that.
It was like $2.
But
$2?
you know what? I'll probably play it just
Well,
because.
he's got it in
Kinda
chains,
like
probably.
everybody
Well, no, I'm probably just
knows.
gonna look it up.
Well, you don't care about that.
Yeah, no. I'm just
Like
gonna-
these
Rolling
reprints
in money right now.
are phenomenal. Like,
Do you have any
it
more of those secret
really,
cyber
it's
dragons?
very nice that we've got this, especially with the aggros coming back off the
That's
list.
the variant I want to run.
Getting a
but
common
it's
reprint
secrets.
immediately afterwards has been
Not the dark secrets,
a
'cause
godsend
I
for a
feel
lot
like
of
it
players
doesn't
because
match.
I know that a lot of people
Like, if
are
they
looking
bring
at
like
it
Seeger
and
all the
they didn't want
ones
to spend
as
$5,
versions
$6
of
on a
it.
common. So
Came back in to use the bathroom.
you can get this along with all these other reprints in here pretty easily.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, no one cares about you.
What the fuck is all
Yeah,
that?
but Josh,
So
You want my water.
this
My water.
is a very,
Josh.
very
you know
exciting
what?
time
Jeff
for a
gave me
Shaddoll
all
player.
of his Cyber Dragon stuff.
So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the rest of this, and I'll get back to you in a little bit. All right.
That's slow
I want to go ahead and
Do
do
I
a
close out the
quick.
register?
This is what I'm starting with on the new
Well, store
Shaddoll
credit don't
deck.
go on the register anyway.
This is probably one of my
But
favorite
since I got store credit,
types of way to play
get
it.
a soda and a snack.
I absolutely love the trick stars in here because they give you the follow-up plays for every turn getting the light monsters.
The reason I'm saying is because
I also like the fact that Lilybell and Lycris is a thing because there's so many times you can OTK by sending a Lycris if you already have a Lilybell and going off with your Shaddoll stuff and then also finishing it off with Lilybell just because it's a cheese. It's a nice fun little cheese right there you can do with it.
Yes.
I really do like the trick stars in here. I think that
You might want to put that.
by
change
and
in
large,
the
the best light targets to play are definitely your clowns, your damage juggler, and trick clown.
60 cents.
I think that it is still probably the best engines, and the fact that you can do hack tricker to use that as a quick and easy way to get another link material on board, or to be able to get another
Yeah, I know
rank
what tanks
4.
are in.
Just like in the old days with Shaddoll clowns, I think that this is still one of the best
Yeah.
targets you could
That
possibly do
negative-
for
My
them.
bad. My hands are full.
What is it?
We doing a plane chase?
I can probably cut down the trick star engine. I like it. It's kind of fat, but I do kind of like it a little bit. When it comes to the Shaddoll engine here, I think that one of the things you have to do, you gotta think about it like this, is that you can probably cut down one dragon, but the rest of this I probably would not cut, because, especially if you're playing a more Shaddoll-oriented deck, because you gotta think about it like this, is that these two both give you access to the entire deck. There's no reason not to play Wendy at 3.
Yeah.
Because of the simple fact that she's like a prank kid. She gets you more Shaddolls to trigger. Squamata is he kind of like replaces himself, so he's not actually netting you anything in advantage. While Wendy is always going to get +1 no matter what. So Wendy at 3, I think, is a duh. If you don't do it, I think that you're not really playing it properly. I'm sure there's going to be some people that are going to argue otherwise, but I think right now, that's just what I honestly think. Squamata, that's how it's always is. Dragon.
No.
Dragon, you can drop it down to 1, like I said, because it kind of is format. It's kind of like matchup dependent. I prefer doing 2 because I find myself more often than not, I just want to see some more Shaddoll cards in hand. And Dragon is a generic one that's good enough for you, and it's also the fact that it is a 1900 attack, which does come up sometimes.
Limit break.
You play the 1 aerial, mostly for the combo. If you're not playing the Shaddoll combo, which also takes. You can also do it with either 1 or 2 of your new trap. It kind of is dependent.
It could be considered.
If you're not doing the combo, then you can probably cut all 3 of these. You don't have to. Personally, though, I do like it. It's really neat. And I think most Shaddoll players have already seen this by now. But like I said, I'll do that in another video of showing how that works.
The thing that Sumigetsu used to pin guide to the wall.
That's kind of a rough Shaddoll list on that. I'm only doing the 1 Falco right now. I kind of go back and forth between 1 and 2 all the time. I can never really figure out what I really want to do with it. I know that the times whenever I do go up to 2, the only times I end up cutting it down to 1 is because I ended up drawing 2 of them, and so it's like dead, and so it doesn't really make sense. But I don't know. I'm just very wishy-washy on it. I do the 2 Beast and 2 Hedgehog because, like, I think honestly I could probably bump Hedgehog up to 3, just because it's just like your Wendy. It is always going to replace itself, but at the same time, it can get you other ones. It can get you to your Squamata to replace everything, and get you to Windy to replace everything, or it can get you to the Beast to get your generic +1. So I think that I'll probably test out going back up to 3 in it. At the same time, I'm going to have to try and make sure I don't go overboard on the numbers, because there is the inherent Shaddoll problem of you can get too many monsters to spells type of issue. That's very easy to do in the deck. So the traps, I've already shown you the reincarnation, or the incarnations, not reincarnation. Rest Shaddoll incarnation. You can like I said, you can probably cut this out entirely if you're not going to be doing the combo. But at the same time, I really like it, and this is always going to give you some more interruption, especially whenever you get to some of your extra deck. Especially after you've made 1 Alpha Cologne, this now becomes a negate on your opponent's turn, and it adds the extra flip effect stuff in the graveyard. So I think it's almost worth it, just to play it at 1 at minimum, just because of that. And then a core, because cores, I mean, it's your combo to get to send your El Shaddoll if you've already used your Shaddoll Fusion, so you can do OTKs. It is what it is. You should play it. You can get away with not playing it because we do have more options. Of course, we did get that new trap that was announced. I haven't tested with it yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I make decisions, but right now I kind of like it, but I can see people not liking it just because. When it comes to the fusions, you should always you just go ahead and max out on your good fusions. If you don't max out on this, I mean, you're not really playing Shaddolls at that point. You're kind of playing Shaddolls as an engine inside something else. Because usually whenever you're doing that, it's like just the 3 fusion. You're not really playing the L's. So there's no reason not to play your 6 fusions. They're good. There's a reason why this thing was limited. It was dumb, but it was fair. Fair at the time. So I was trying out this other engine, the recycling plant. I'm kind of mixed on it right now because it's kind of hand dependent. It's not good generically, but it does help you get to your fusion spells more often, and then the fact that it does set up your hand later. During the end phase to get back some of your materials that you've used. That is nice. So I understand the desire of playing this. I don't know. I'm still mixed on it. I'm still testing this. I think it's interesting. I don't know how I really like it or not right now. But I'm interested to keep testing it just to see. Of course, light stage and terraforming.
You know, I didn't think of that.
You're playing more than 1 target for terraforming, so it makes sense. And light stage is always a +2, so no reason not to. 3 Call by the Grave. You kind of need your Shaddoll Fusion to go through. Even if you're playing the Invoked build, which I actually am going to be testing out next week sometime. Well, I'm testing it out again.
Because you know how Tokyo is, right?
You kind of need this even in that build to protect your Shaddoll Fusion again, even if you have the Meltdown up on board, because I mean, we all know Meltdown negates activations, not effects, so prevents negation of activation, not prevents negation of effects. So Ash can still hit your Shaddoll Fusion even under the Meltdown, so you're going to have the Call by the Grave to protect that anyways. So I think this is kind of needed just to push your plays through with so many hand traps being in the game. So, especially with Spirals running rampant, everyone's playing hand traps. This is kind of a must at that point.
Play Super Poly. Super Poly
F5. Super Poly, I've mained in Shaddolls for the longest time, but I actually did not. I actually took them out of the main and I put them into the side, especially after Colossus got banned. There's so many matchups where your Super Poly wasn't as live, and so you didn't have as many possible targets besides your own Shaddoll targets. But whenever you start doing that, then it's a 3-card combo instead of just a 2-card combo to break boards. So it doesn't net you as much advantage as what just playing your normal Shaddolls would do. So it's kind of one of those things of, at the time, it made sense. Probably gonna put it back in just because we do have the new Adagnister fusion target.
The gold
Oh, yeah, the
thing.
Cyberse thing? Yeah, it's one
Yeah.
Cyberse, one...
One Cyberse and one Link Monster,
Yeah.
and that can break Spiral Board to where you only have to deal with the Sleeper, which is
Maraduke thingy.
super easy to deal with at that point.
What about the dragon? The one that takes what, 3 link monsters?
Marduk?
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could also play
Personal
Almarduke.
favorite.
Gobble up Spiral.
Yeah, you could also do Almarduke. There are more options now than there were whenever I was first doing it.
Yeah.
So it's something I'll probably go test back again. But right now, I'm playing other decks right now to get ready for the UDS this weekend. So next week, as soon as UDS is over, I will be all my time on this. This is what I'll be doing. Is just this deck
I attacked right.
because I'm very excited for it, and I didn't have time to really test with the meta with this deck.
Terrible pun.
So anyways, with all those side notes, the last cards that I'm going to be testing in here,
I'm surrounded by
the 3 Allure of Darkness, because Shaddoll, everything's dark, and it's fine to dig through the deck. You have to get to your fusion spells. If you don't have access to your fusion spells, you're not going to be playing, so you need your draw power. If you're not drawing, if you don't have your Shaddoll fusion, one of your fusion spells in your hand when you start, you're probably going to lose. So you need to get into it. Which is why I do like the Invoked Engine. It does have a lot more options. It gives you 7 cards potentially have for your fusions, so I do kind of like that.
I got black.
And then of course,
and then I found,
we can play it again, so why not play Avarice?
To a test of what.
It's Avarice. Go ahead, do it. Have fun. Knock your socks off.
And you got the 5-list bonus.
Play a super if you have it. Play a super if you have it.
That's what said the black flip.
I'm super budget right now, so don't
just
mind
like
my
some
prismatics or
little
anything. This is all I have is the common.
Just a
So
lot quieter. Because yelling hurts my throat.
extra deck, you have to.
You got
If you're not doing this, you're bad.
plants.
You're playing 3 construct. If you're not playing 3 construct, you're bad at the game. Stop.
The one that I took
Rethink
as
your
far as
life,
Remore was
and then
actually-
put 3
I put
construct in your Shaddoll deck,
Black Clover
and then you
first
might
one.
actually
Now there's 3
win the
construct in every
locals.
deck.
Just on Google.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
put it in every deck. Every deck. Put 3 construct, 3
Yes.
Shaddoll fusion, and like
James got
a beast and
James
a dragon. There you go. You'll win everything after that.
Which he hates.
2 window, mostly because like I go back and sometimes I want 3. Most of the time I can get away with 2, especially with the fact that we have this now. Avarice back, I think we can get away with 2 again. I think that it's fine. Sometimes I do want to go back to 3. I don't know. I'm very wishy-washy. There's a lot of those types of cards in here. The 2 App Cologne. Very excited about this card. Very, very nice to actually finally get some type of other interruptions. Of course, the one main thing that we all thought about when we first saw this card was Colossus, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. So you don't have to worry about trying to negate a Colossus to do the rest of your turn. That's cool, I guess. You got other things you can do. You do the 1 Shaddoll construct because of combo. It does come up, and this helps you do some of your big Link 4 plays, and do not underestimate it with this new support. Very good. Abyss Dweller, because you can also make it be. You know what's something fun is you see this while this card has material attached that is originally water. All water monsters you control gain 500 attack, so this is going to be 22. Why? Because that's water. So you can finally have an Abyss Dweller that's not going to be beat out by literally anything in the game. So that's pretty cool too.
That's why I play water.
That's pretty cool. Well, I mean, water loses to this, so.
Oh.
Avermax because that's part of combo.
I just lose to everything.
You can do any one of these 3 in your combo. Go in second, you can do the Boral Sword or the Avermax, depending on what you need to do. You can do Appaloosa for 2 or 4 or 3. It kind of depends. The only problem is that this usually happens on your 6th, 7th type of summon, usually later. Usually don't get to it by your 5th. So at the same time, I think that right now you can probably get a lot of people off guard with this just because of that. there's not actually a lot of players that really know Shaddolls well enough to know when they should Nibiru, so it's worth it. You just kind of, right now we just need some other generic Link 2s. I like the light targets just to make sure that I have my targets for my construct. You can just do Lanfarincus and a Beat Cop if you wanted. That way you could also have access to a dark if you needed it. I think it's worthwhile just to do some other ones. I prefer these light ones. I just happen to have the Lambda because of some other decks that I've played. But Lanfarincus is definitely a good alternative to Lambda. And then finally, my last ranked 4 that I've also played is Emerald, because there are some turns where you will go absolutely nuts and you need to recycle some stuff. So why not do Emerald if you don't have the easy way to get to your Avarice? So, but yeah, this is some of my early thoughts on what I'm going to be doing with the deck. There's a lot of different things that I want to try and do. There's so many new options that we can do with these new cards. It's actually kind of insane. I'm very much looking forward to it. I've loved watching all of the different deck ideas that people have in the Shaddoll Facebook group. So if you're not part of that, you should definitely join and look into what a lot of people have to say about the deck. It's a lot of fun. And it's definitely worthwhile, especially that the Discord. So yeah, that's my first little bit of new Shaddoll goodness, and I will, in the next video, like I said, I will get into doing some combo videos for you with this new stuff. I know a lot, like I said before, a lot of you Shaddoll players already know a lot of it, but it's for everyone else. So thanks for watching.